I hope you enjoyed the last video, because that's as good as it's gonna get, if I'm honest. I can't top that. I can't top that. Not feeling massively energetic, so just gonna drink some tea and talk. So kind of following on from the video I did with my friend Anna, which I will link up here. I think it's up there. Or it might be, no, it's up there. I will stick up there if you haven't seen that, which was, we were talking about our Christmas traditions from a British perspective and a German perspective. So I kind of want to talk specifically about Father Christmas, or Santa if you're American. It's the same thing now. Originally they were slightly different things. They're the same thing now. We just have a different name. And most people here call him Santa anyway, so. If you believe in Father Christmas, please stop watching this video. This is not your video. So Father Christmas is done very differently in every family. Like, there's a general rule for how Father Christmas functions, but there's like little details that differ between different families. So I'm just gonna say how we used to do it, because I think it's a pretty good way actually. I think it works quite well. I think one big thing that's a problem with Father Christmas is when kids talk to each other after Christmas about the presents that they got from Father Christmas. And the rich kids always get nicer stuff than the poor kids. And that sucks. That sucks a lot, but obviously it just depends on how much money is in the family. And that's why I quite like the way that we did it, which was there were presents in a stocking that were unwrapped. So there would be lots of little things, you know, some chocolates, some little like plastic wind-up reindeer that walks along, you know, little things. And everything that was unwrapped and in that stocking was from Father Christmas. Any wrapped presents were from family, friends, like gifts that someone that we knew had given to us. But also what I quite like how we used to do it. A lot of people, like, they write some kind of letter to Father Christmas with like a list of stuff that they want. But the way that my parents would do it, you'd write the list to send to Father Christmas, and you would put that underneath the tree, and the fairies would come and collect it at night, and in the morning your list would be gone. And that meant Father Christmas had your list and he was going to bring you some lovely presents. And to form this list we'd always go through the Argos catalogue. It would just be stuff in the Argos catalogue. Pretty much everything that we did was the fairies were involved in some way. So whenever we'd get any presents delivered like to us from any friends or family, we would put those under the tree when we got them. And then that night the fairies would come and pick them up and take them to Father Christmas to bring back on Christmas Day, so we got all of our Christmas presents on the same day. So the fairies were very, very busy in our household. And also our stocking was an actual stocking. Like, we didn't have one of these nice Christmassy fabric, you know, I don't even know what material they're made of, kind of like a felt. You know, we didn't have one of those kind of stockings that you would draw. It was literally a stocking that you would wear, like, you know, hosiery, like actual clothing, and they would be bright coloured ones. I think I always had a blue one. And so yeah, so it would just hang this like, yeah, basically half of a pair of tights at the end of the bed. And then in the morning it would be like a massive stretched out snake filled with presents. So yeah, that was how we did Father Christmas. Can't think of any other things. I've probably missed something, probably missed some detail. But let me know your variations that you did in your family if you did Father Christmas, or if there's a different sort of similar tradition in your country, you know, details, because it's quite interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Merry Vlogmas.